1.9. ilmestyy Marjan uusi kirja Kasvojumpalla kauniiksi. Kirjan ympärille on muodostunut kokonainen superohjelma, jonka vuoksi Marja kutsuukin kaikki suomalaiset kauneuden kansalaishakuun. Hakuun pääset osoitteesta methodputkisto.fi. Tänään Marjan vieraana Louise, joka on kulkenut Marjan matkassa ja kasvojumpan matkassa jo 20 vuotta. Tervetuloa kuuntelemaan.
Summers come and summers go. This one's very special though. Let go of what you think you know, and you can put a kiss upon a toe.
Hei Marja!
Hey Lisa!
Would you say something about your guest Louise?
I will say it in English. Louise Curwen
Yes.
is one of the Method Putkisto instructors from a very beginning of the face concept journey. In fact, she was the very first one who tried the program with her husband Martin. Today, Louise is done her third instructor training regarding on the face and will be our guest. I will say this also in Finnish. Louise on ollut matkassani todella 20 vuotta. Hän on Method Putkisto-ohjaaja ja toiminut Luxemburgin kautta. Ihan sieltä alkulähteitä saakka, kun kasvoklinikka oli vielä kasvokoulu. Hänen mukanaan kulki myöskin aviomies Martin siellä ihan ensimmäisillä kerroilla. Ja kuullaan, mitä nyt tänään kuuluu 2021 vuonna. Louise, are you there somewhere?
Yes, here I am.
Lovely to see you. Hi. Here we are at it again, talking about the face. So how did we end up to this situation? I mean, you started, we just really put our heads together and we thought about there has been 3 sections in the Method Putkisto Face Clinic concept. The first one was face school. Second one was the 3D face clinic, and now it's coming the face up, and you've been with me all the time. So how and why did you come to the first one anyway? That was year 2004, eli 2004 Louise liittyy joukkoon. Ja miksi?
Well, I started it after finishing my first body training because it was on offer, and I thought, let's try. And Marja had promised a fresher, more attractive face. And what's not to like? It was great. Wanted to do that. So I did. And then I found that apart from the promises of more attraction, more attractive face, and fresher face, it did other things. It helped me sleep better. It made me more relaxed. And you could relax really quite quickly with a couple of movements if you were feeling really tense. And you could call on that anytime.
Yes, and also, so you were hooked, so to speak, as you often say. Että sä olit niin kuin hän sitoutui tähän asiaan. And don't you think you've been ever since, almost
Yes.
all the time in the classes? So
I do love
I think what really interests of our audience and our guests there is how did it turn out to be a face clinic? Because we did quite a number of years simple face school exercises, and then sadly began to get, new dimensions, would I say. And we both realized it is no longer a face school. It needs a new name. So what happened? Koska konsepti muuttuu niin paljon, että huomattiin, että ei enää vanha toiminut. Tarvittiin ihan uusi nimi. Ja niin syntyi 3D. Louise, what happened then?
Well, we then thought there there is more to it. And it became the 3D. We added the 3D, which was a huge advance, because now we were working on the back of the head, and not just the front, but the connections from the front to the back. And then we started noticing there were connections to the body. That really became apparent, I think, with the 3D face clinic. And it was, that I think was really amazing. The movements that we then did became much gentler, much softer. Because for face school, we were actually quite rough when I think about it now. We did everything.
Don't you?
Quite a lot. And now we've become much gentler, and it works, as well, if not better. Absolutely.
Yes.
With the 3D, it works even better.
And then you seduced your wonderful husband, Martin, again with you. But he had a period, he wasn't so interested. He was jogging and he said, no, this is not for me. So what happened to him? How did you, can't be only your charm, is it?
Oh, no. My charm is not that influential. You know?
Not for the husbands. Yes.
He was introduced to face school because he was my diploma work subject. And then he thought, right, that's it. I don't really want to do that, but other things, like you said, jogging. And then in Finland, we always had a face clinic session. And he didn't really want to come to that. He said, I need the free time. And then suddenly, without my saying anything, he turned up. And then he came back. And suddenly he was in all the face clinic sessions. So I said, what happened? What is it? And he said, well, I've realized that without the face, we only have a headless body. And it's that the face works with the body. And
I remember him also saying, Louise, when he said that, I notice if my face is tense, my body is tense. I mean, it sounds really simple. Eli hän sanoi sitä, että jos on niin kuin kireät ja jännittyneet kasvot, niin koko keho on jännittynyt. It sounds really simple. But when he said it, I think he really internalized it. How can my body be relaxed if my face is tense?
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. He said it just needs to be. And so to help the body relax, you need to practically start with your face. And then the rest
work it through.
Yeah,
and you mentioned how it's kind of affects your body. That might be something for our guests and audience, that what does it mean? Eli miten kasvot vaikuttaa niin kuin kehoon. It is really about headless body, koska we really begin to work on the head on the as a crown. So we had a statement that if your head is free, your body is free. So that relaxes your spine. Eli kun pää on vapaa, niin selkäranka vapautuu ja kaikki nivelet vapautuvat. In fact, I believe that's the core of absolutely everything. I must lift Mr. Alexander Technique here, who understood this a long time ago. But it can be that simple. And that's why we went very much inside of the head as well.
Yes.
And you said it became more gentle, but also more visualization. And I think that visualization can be really complicated for people, that what should I do? And their eyes are all the time open instead of relaxing their eyes and literally trying to imagine a ball and the center of the ball and going inside of your brain. Eli siis monet yrittää tehdä liikkeitä sen sijaan, että me ruvetaan visualisoimaan, millaista on olla pään sisällä. I think that's where it gets really, really odd, because face should be on the surface. So why is it not this? Why do I need to go inside of my head? And how in the earth it's going to make me more beautiful?
Well, I think the mind is just so important that it will help you with everything. You have to go in there. It's really like a meditation when you start visualizing the inside of your head, when you start going from point to point, and you suddenly realize, I can direct this. I can move it. I can move one bit further away just by thinking it. And things happen when you do that. You really, really can do.
I must say here, Louise, why don't you show us your favorite movement? Because I think that will crystallize what means 3D. Eli me voidaan tehdä yksi liike, varmaan Louise meille ohjaa, mitä tarkoittaa 3D. Because you always say it's wonderful. It's a pirate eye, eikö vaan?
Well, one of my favorite, I want to say exercises, but is the one that really brightens your eyes. And you have to take your hand like a little cup, and you put it around the bones of your eye.
Lisa, come on.
You tilt your head and relax onto your fingertips. Now let your eye drop out of the socket. Really relax it. And then move your fingertips away altogether. Yes, widen them. And then bring them back in. And do this a little faster so it's like a pump. So it's open, shut, open, shut, open, shut. Open, keep it open, keep your eyes shut. And now lift your head up as if you were looking for the sun. Lift it and look for the sun. Eyes closed, hands still around the bones. Keeping your eyes closed. Now move your eyes to that upper corner. Go on, draw that diagonal. Take your fingers away, keep your eyes closed, and gently stroke upwards towards your hairline. Keeping your eyes closed and the eyes in the upper outer corner. Really look up. And then take your hand away. Now open your eyes. And look at the hand, and now look at beyond the hand, even further, even further, even further, as far as you can go, and bring it down. And you can feel this is much better.
Do you feel wonky? Hey,
yes,
Louise.
I'm hoping you feel
Louise,
It,
other side.
I think it's a really interesting to do it with you. Shall we do the other one? Shall we do
the other one? Another
I think that image when you say your eye drops out from a socket. That's silmä putoaa.
Bit scary, isn't it?
Kuopasta. Bit of a
So make your little cup
Not
again.
quite.
No. Take your little cup again, and your cup is really on the inside of that eye socket bones, yes? So it really holds around the eyeball. Tilt your head and relax your head against your fingertips. Now really relax the eyeball, Marja. Let it drop out. You know?
Well, you are right. You are right.
You have to let it drop
yeah,
out.
I think it's my own words, isn't it?
It is. And then as you're there, your eyes closed, of course, move your fingers, all of them, apart, away from each other, and then bring them back together. And now speed it up a little bit so it's open, shut, open, shut, open, shut, open, and hold it open. And now lift your head up as if you were looking for the sun, for the light. Up you go, look at the light, feel the light, yes, feel the warmth of the sun. Eyes still closed. And now take your eyes, move them to the upper, it's my left upper corner. It might be your right upper corner. Keeping your eyes closed, release your hand and gently stroke upwards towards the hairline, over the eyes. Keep looking, upper corner. And now take your hand away, open your eyes and look at your hand. Move your hand away and look further and further and further beyond your hand, as far as you can go. And there you are, come back. I'm hoping you're not wonky anymore.
Oh, my God. You know, Louise, and this is where it became to sadly move. I mean, remember we started from 2004 and now it's 2023. 2021. And at one point it began to move as a face up. And this program has not been published yet. Eli tätä ohjelmaa ei ole vielä julkaistu. Se on vasta tulossa. So it's of course very exciting because I'm really inviting people to try it out with me. So I'm calling all the Finns to join in. But you've been there developing it with me. You haven't actually done the 6-week super program, but you have followed the shift over the last 5 years. Eli Louise on todella seurannut viimeiset 5 vuotta, miten tämä on lähtenyt siirtymään, jota me voidaan nyt sanoa face-upiksi. And again we realized it is different from a 3D face clinic. Yes. It has shifted. The little observations, what do you think about this face clinic, which we immediately feel, wow. And also I realized now when you were conducting it, how difficult it is to actually think further. You know, if I look on the outer corner, I need to think further beyond the ceiling. So that's quite an exercise because I stopped thinking. But what happened with the face up?
Well, the face up was first quite disturbing because you brought us out of our comfort zone big time by adding the cross diagonals. Which
cross diagonals. Shall we demonstrate our little
yes,
spider?
We can demonstrate cross diagonals.
Our trademark. Come on, Lisa. Okay, anyway, but that's cross, meaning että mennään niin kuin risti. And what happened?
How different it feels, you know, from doing this to doing this to doing whatever that you have to do across. It was disturbing. It was definitely disturbing. And
you are not telling this at all, dear. Come on.
The thing is, we didn't. And I first thought, oh my goodness, here goes Marja again. This is something new, and I have no idea what it's about. But you suddenly realize things are working. And particularly for the cross diagonals, I think you notice it in your balance, that the balance improves just because you're doing that.
I would say, Louise, what interests people doesn't make you more beautiful, because I promise. So have you noticed anything? Did you notice anything of your looks? Did you become more youthful? But you don't like to?
No, I don't like to, because it feels like I'm blowing my own trumpet. But people have said,
come on, you do it occasionally, darling.
You doing? You're looking good when I haven't done anything special. So yes, I would say yes.
So we can say that we are heading to the very new way of looking after your beauty. And if I dare to say, can anyone give anything new for the beauty industry, which is massive? And that is a big statement, you know, how as women and men, because we are in front of Zoom, in front of cameras, in front of each other all time, more than ever before. So the reasons you were asking, that does it work the 6 weeks? Didn't you? You were wondering the super program, I promise. What happens?
Yes.
Yeah.
I look forward to it.
Yes. So that's why I need pilots. Sitä varten mä tarvitsen niitä, jotka kokeilee sen. But like any exercise, I don't think any treatments will do it, but you also said it becomes more and more gentle.
Yes.
So it's not about pulling the face.
No.
Ei vedetä eikä väännetä kasvoja.
It has really become thinking the distance.
And brain gym almost.
The brain. Oh, yes.
Beauty brainer. Yeah. I know that our audience and our listeners want to know a sample, and I think Lisa is very curious because you signed into the instructor training program or the pilot one. Shall we try one? So all of us can join us. So this was, for instance, we have the center line pressure where you can place your index fingers under your inside of the eyebrows, but really under your forehead bone. And you can relax your head against your fingers. Eli siis voidaan rentouttaa se päänpaino niitä sormenpäitä vasten. Liuta päätä hivenen taaksepäin, so you can glide your head slightly further back until you can sense the back of the skull. Eli tunnet sen kallon pohjan. But haha, Louise, let's crisscross our fingers. And the same movement becomes different. And haha, let's crisscross again. And now you may have a feeling of doing in your face, isn't it? Well, anyway, I really, really hope. And on the 1st of November, I opened this also for English, which has a digital course and live sessions, and also the local sessions with our instructors. So saying it in Finnish, mä todella toivon, että löytyy Suomen kansa kaunistumaan kanssani ja kokeilemaan tätä uutta ohjelmaa, koska todella tarvitsen niitä, jotka koekäyttää sen ennen kuin virallisesti ohjelma julkaistaan. 1.9. tulee uusi kirja, Kasvojumppala kauniiksi, Dosennon kustantamana. Ja Liisa, thank you. And Louise, thank you ever so much from this beautiful, beautiful journey. I think you really are inspiration for lots of women.
Thank you.
And I think you're as we said, you feel more confident, which I can't believe, but your personality is so bubbly anyway. But you said to me that I feel more pulled together, little bit more confident.
Yes.
And
in my head, it's needed.
In your head, so we
In
can,
my-
we all have hope. So can we say that? Hey, lots of love and regards to Martin, to Luxembourg, and everybody.
Tell him
warm
thank
welcome.
you, Marja. Thank you.
Moi
Marja.
moi.
Thank you.
Bye bye, Marja.
Bye. Kiitos.
Summers come and summers go. This one's very special though. Let go of what you think you know,